Okay, quick video then on the intro to Jimi Hendrix's All Along The Watchtower. So the first thing you hear is the acoustic guitar, and the chords are the A-shaped bar chord. Yeah. First of all, it's B, which is at the 2nd fret. A-shaped bar chord at the 2nd fret. So you got 2, 4, 4, 4. Yeah. And you really only want to hear the middle 4 strings. That's the top string, it should be fret 2, but you don't really want to hear that, so just concentrate on getting those 4 middle strings sounding out. Yeah, and the same is true for the other A shapes we're going to be playing. So this is B major, because it's an A major bar chord shape, and we've got just 2 down strums on it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Then you go up to fret 4 and do the A minor bar chord shape. So that should be fret 4 on the A string, fret 6 on the D and G strings, and then fret 5 on the B string. And then you've got 4 downstrokes in there. So far you've got this. Then you go back to the B chord and 2 downstrokes again. And then you go to an open A chord, which you're probably going to do as a bar chord, it's probably easiest. So that is open A string and 2nd fret on the D, G and B strings. And there you got 4 downstrokes on that. So this is what you got so far. Yeah, and then it happens again. And then you can just keep that rhythm for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I think it does that the 2nd bar, so it's 1 and 2 and not 2nd bar, 2nd half of the bar, because it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and I think it does that, which there I was just doing the sort of bass strum style. I was doing the bass note of the chord, the root note by itself, and then a down and up strum, and that would be 3E and 4E and 16th notes. Okay, so that's what you hear on the acoustic guitar intro, and then as that's ending, boom, bada, boom, you start to hear the solo electric guitar. Now, these chords, B, C sharp minor, B, A, they're all in the key of C sharp minor. And these would be the actual chord shapes and position that Jimi Hendrix was playing, but he had the guitar tuned down half a step. So on the track you actually hear, then you run out there. So you'd have to go there to the E-shaped bar chord at the 4th fret. But we're going to do it where he played it rather than the pitch that you actually hear on the record, because doing it that way makes it more difficult. So he was actually doing, like I said, these positions on the guitar. So we'll think of it as C sharp minor, and then up here he's using C sharp minor pentatonic, shape 1. And what he's not using the bottom 2 strings, he's using really the D, G and B strings of shape 1, and then a shape 2 minor pentatonic, he's using just the G and B strings. So the first thing you hear is that. Get your 2nd finger on the 11th fret of the G string, pluck it and slide up pretty much immediately, because it's the sort of grace note. Slide up to the 13th fret, so that's 11th to the 13th fret. Now you're doing that with your 2nd finger so that your 1st finger is in place to get the 12th fret of the B string, and then your 3rd finger is in place to get the 14th fret of the B string, where you do 3 bends, 4 bends, you can put a little vibrato on the last one. They're whole note bends, or full bends, so you want to go up 2 frets in pitch. You want to try and get that pitch. So you could play 2 frets up from the 14th fret, 16th fret, go back to the 14th fret, and see how much you have to push, or how little you have to push to get that pitch. Yeah. Okay, so far we got this 11, 13, 12, and then those 4 bends. Yeah. Then you go, and then you got another bend, but you're going to do a bend and release. So you're still on the 14th fret of the B string. You bend up a full tone, and you release so that you hear the 14th fret again. Then you go to the 12th fret of the B string. So far you got this. Okay, then you're on the G string, so you go to the 11th fret of the G string with your second finger, and immediately, it's another grace note, immediately slide up. So pluck at the 11th fret, but immediately slide up to the 13th fret. Then slide back to the 11th fret, and then pluck it twice. So you got then you got, so you got to the 11th fret of the G string, yeah? Then take your third finger to the 9th fret of the D string, and again another grace note. As soon as you pluck 9th fret D string, slide it up to the 11th fret. Then your first finger will be in place for the 9th fret G string, and then your third finger will be in place for the 11th fret G string. It's all very boxy, yeah? 2 frets apart shapes. That's it, isn't it? I forgot the phrase. So you're going to go D string, slide up from 9 to 11, G string, fret 9, and then G string, fret 11. Then you're going to do that. That's another, so pluck. As soon as you pluck, bend up, a full bend. That's 2 frets up. Yeah, so you got this. Then you go, after you've done the bend and release, you want to, so pluck at the 11th fret of the G string, immediately bend up and release so that you can hear the 11th fret of the G string again. Then you go to the 9th fret of the G string, back to the 11th fret of the G string, and immediately bend up to the 13th fret. Keep it there, yeah? You sustain that one for a bit. Now, while it's already, so you've kept that note there, bent up, then you pluck it again, still having the string pushed up, and then release. Yeah, that's called a pre-bend. So you've got this so far. Then go back to the 9th fret of the G string. So then 11th fret of the 11th fret of the D string. So then you've got this. So that's the 11th fret of the D string. Then first finger, I would say, try barring the B and the G string, yeah, at the 9th fret, and then on the B string, do a hammer on and pull off from the 9th fret to the 11th fret. A quick one, and then pluck the G string, 9th fret. Okay, so far you got this. And then the last note. 12th fret of the B string, and another full bend. So you're aiming for the pitch of the 14th fret of the B string. He does it, so and then he does it once more. No, he doesn't do that as he goes. And then you sort of hear it, I think, die off as he just slides it down the neck. But the main thing is to get this. you can leave off the last one if you want. The main thing is to get that last note, B string 12th fret, bend to the 14th fret. And then you can, again, if you can, put some vibrato on. I know it's difficult to bend and then put vibrato on, but it's something to practice. So all in all, you got this. Whoops. Yeah, I should remember that more, but I don't. But that was basically it. So once more. Okay, hope that helps.